Hi everyone, welcome to Talking Money with Nosy, Personal Finance Made Simple. In today's very short video, I want to talk about something that is very, very important when it comes to your investments. Whether it's your retirement annuity or RA for short, your children's education policies, your unit trust investments, anything, guys, wherever you're putting your money as an investment, the important thing to consider is fees. A lot of times we just invest and we are not aware of the fees that we're being charged. Why are fees important? Fees make the difference between making your goals and not making your goals. And another thing is, different service providers charge different fees for the same service. Some charge more, some charge less. And what's the reason? It's because they can. Now, I love this website that's in front of you. It's called My Money Tree. It's a website by a cool guy named Walter. Thank you, Walter, wherever you are. If you're watching, I appreciate your website. This website is really cool. You can find other tools, for budget purposes, investments, comparing different investment apps, and also how to calculate or how much you need for retirement, etc. This particular link that I opened is about comparing different retirement annuities, or RAs for short. So I'm going to leave the link to this website in my comments and also in the description below. So here it says, my money tree, which is the cheapest RA of them all. So let me slide it. Actually, let me refresh this page because I want it to reset. Okay, there we go. So these are the different RA providers. It's not all of them. These are just a handful that he selected. So there's Signia, Think Direct, Net Group, Easy Equities, 10X, and Outvest. And these are their total annual fees. So Signia is 0.53%, Think Direct is 0.68%, Net Group is 0.71%, Easy Equities 1.04%, 10X 1.09%, Outvest 1.79%. Now, the thing that catches us out is that these fees are quoted as a percentage. So most fees for your RAs, for your education policies, your unit trust investments, they are quoted as a percentage, and many people don't get it. What is 0.53%? It sounds small. 1%, it's small. But is it really? So now Walter, thankfully, has broken it down for us in terms of rands and cents. Okay. So he says, what is your current RA value? So I'm going to leave it at 300,000 Rand. So let's assume your RA or your child's education policy or unit trust investment is 300,000 Rand. A 0.53% fee translates to 1,600 Rand in cash. So this is how much they deduct from your portfolio as a fee annually, which means once a year. So Signia, 1,600 Rand, Think Direct, 2,000 Rand, Net Group, 2,100, Easy Equities, 3,100, 10X, 3,300, and Outvest, 5,400 Rand. And guys, these fees are actually quite low compared to what I've seen. So I have gotten emails from people who decided to share with me. So I'm not a financial advisor, guys, granted. I just coach people, answer their questions where I can. Where I can't, I refer them to someone else, right? So I've seen people saying, Nosy, what do you think of these fees? And I get so shocked that, is this real? Because I've seen fees of up to like 6%. Let me tell you why that's sinister. It's because fees compound with your investments. So remember, I'm always saying investments compound, meaning the money grows on top of itself and it earns interest, and that interest grows on top of other interest. So, it's like a cycle, a virtuous cycle. But with fees, it becomes a vicious cycle because fees also compound. So let me show you in action. So please watch this column over here because I'm going to be sliding. I'm going to move the slider across to increase the portfolio, right? So I'm going to take it across. Watch what's going on. So the portfolio is growing. The fees are also growing. Okay? Look at this. I'm going to keep sliding it and you keep watching the numbers. They keep changing increasing. So the fees are compounding. They're increasing. I'm going to take it slow so you can see. And also you'll see that also the total annual fees are also changing because some of these providers actually lower their fee as your portfolio balance grows bigger, right? So that's why you're seeing now the numbers are slightly different. Like, hey, what's going on? So let's continue sliding across. As you can see, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yep, still going. Fees are still going. Okay. Still going, still going. Okay, let me start it right up to 3 million. Now look at this. If your portfolio grows to 3 million and you see now Outvest is now at the top because now it's the lowest fee because, yeah, as I said, they lower their fees as your balance grows bigger. So now look at this. If your portfolio is now 3 million, a 0.49% fee is 14,700 Rand a year that you pay over to Outvest. And a 1.04% fee is 31,100 Rand. That's a lot of money, right? I hope it's sinking in. I'm pausing for effect. I hope it's sinking in. And I can guarantee you, most people watching this video are paying much more fees than 1.04%. I know it because I've seen it. I've seen the fees that people are paying to the popular investment. I'm not going to name names because, hey, they're going to come after me. Nah? I'm not going to name names, but the popular investment houses that people know. And there's a reason why you know them. The reason why you know those and you don't know Signia. Like a lot of people say, Nosy, where do you invest your money? Where's your RA? I'm like, my RA is with Signia. And they're like, what is Signia? We've never heard of it. Why haven't you heard of Signia, but you've heard of XXX? It's because they have bigger advertising budgets. They collect so much in fees, they can afford to place adverts on radio, on the billboards, on the highway. They can afford to put adverts on the internet everywhere. They are in your face. That's why you know them. And you don't know Signia, Shane. Signia, they charge 0.5. They don't have, much of an advertising budget. Even if they do, they cannot compete with the big popular names. So guys, do you now understand why people will go on social media and say, my parents have been investing for 30 years or 40 years or whatever, and they got less money than what they put in, or they got much less than what was expected, what they expected. And more often than not, sometimes it's because they invested in a bad fund. So that's a whole discussion, like you invested in the wrong thing. But besides that, the main reason why people don't get the money that they expect is because of the fees. These companies are siphoning money from your accounts because they can. And because we are also ignorant, right? We don't understand, number one. And number two, we don't bother to learn or to seek to understand. And we think, no, it's fine. My financial advisor said it's fine. Oh, and by the way, these fees that are quoted, sometimes, in most cases, they exclude the financial advisor fee. So if you took an RA via a financial advisor, there is a financial advisor fee that is charged on top of the investment fee. So now you are going to be paying much more than the investment fee. There is also an advisor fee. And then other products will charge performance fees, which means if this year they have great performance, they're going to charge you more. And the thing is, these fees, guys, they are charged regardless of what's going on with the market. Now, the market doesn't go up all the time. This means that your money, your portfolio doesn't grow all the time. Sometimes the market crashes or it slows down. The point is there are years where the market stays down for quite some time. Fees are taken regardless. So whether the market is high, performing wonderfully, or whether the market is doing badly well in a bear market, which is a downwards market, the fees are taken regardless. So what to do? Okay, what to do is be ruthless when it comes to fees. And I'm not joking. These companies are not your friends. Yes, you may feel some kind of loyalty, right? You've been with them for so many years. Shame. you've opened an account for your kids and your grandkids and their kids, etc. It feels like family, right? And it feels like a betrayal, like, oh, how can I betray? But when it comes to money, the person that you must look out for is yourself first. Companies come last. So here's the homework I have for you. Go and open your statements for your investments, whatever investment it is, even if it's not an RA, if it's an educational policy, whatever, an investment policy, a unit trust investment policy, whatever it is, go and look at the fees. The fees, how you look for the fees, look for something called EAC, which is effective annual cost, or it's going to say TIC, which is total investment charge, or look for TER, which is total expense ratio. But for most policies, it'll be either EAC or TIC. And guys, in my books, anything that's more than 1.5% is too much. It's too much. And I have gotten shocks of, policies that people have shown me, and the worst I've seen was 6%. Guys, if 1% of 3 million is 31,000 Rand, how much is 6%? Can you see? Like, it's insane how much we are giving over in fees. So guys, this video is just a wake-up call. I know I can't take on the financial industry by myself. They're too big. They need to reform, okay? They need to reform. But in order for them to reform, we, the consumers, have to start saying, look, we are moving our money. You're charging me 6%. Bye-bye. I'm going to whatever. I'm not going to recommend. You decide which provider you're going to go with after doing your research. But we need to start taking action. That's how they're going to catch a wake-up call. But as long as we're loyal, blindly loyal, we treat them like they are our family members, we feel guilty, or we allow them to bully us. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. Probably if you go and do your research, first of all, if you've got a financial advisor, they'll ask you why you're asking those questions, right? They're going to ask you, Uzweni, who has been talking to you, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, you will probably be threatened with penalties. If you say, oh, I want to move because you guys are charging me 6% or 4% or 3%, whatever ridiculous amount, and I want to move to wherever, they're going to threaten you with penalties. They'll say, well, if you take your money now, we're going to penalize you X amount. It's fine. Remember, these fees are forever. Annually, they will be taking these fees, right? So if they penalize you just once, take the hit. It's going to be, ouch, painful. But I promise you, in the long term, think about it long term. Do you want to be stuck with the company charging you 6% in fees perpetually? Or you're going to take the hit and go to somebody else who charges a fraction of that? So they will threaten you. They will say all funny things. That's when you'll see that they don't care about you. Yeah. When you want to now take a stand for yourself, that's when you'll see that actually these people did not care about me all along. And you'll start feeling so dirty because you're like, I treated them like family, but how are they treating you? Okay, this video was supposed to be very short, and now I've gone on for almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to end it here. Do your homework. Go and look for your EAC or TIC or TER. If it's too high, look for a cheaper provider. And if you are scared to do the transfer in yourself, like talking to your current provider, just tell the next provider. So that's what I did. When I moved my RA to Signia, to avoid the debates and the back and forth, right? Because they will try to convince you to stay. Just tell Signia, hey, Signia, or whichever company, I want to move to you. Can you please tell so-and-so to transfer my funds? And they'll do it. Okay. So let me end it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Long time no see, right? I don't really do videos much anymore. It's because it's easier for me to do podcasts. Remember, I've got a little baba. So yeah, it's very difficult for me to find some quiet time. And with videos, you have to be dolled up, look pretty, look nice. Well, I guess you don't have to, but it's just the pressure that I put on myself, right? So yeah. So most cases, I'm not looking dolled up. If you've got a young child, anybody with a young baby though, so you don't look dolled up most of the time, right? So to spare you the shock of how I'll be looking, okay, I prefer to do audio. But thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment. I'm going to see you either in the next video or in the next audio. Please, guys, don't ignore my audios because you can't see my face. Okay, guys. Cheers.